Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. We have a lot to talk about today, so make sure you have a snack handy, and we're just going to jump straight into it and get this out of the way so that we can go over all of the details for the Raikou event. We have information on both the weekly missions that we're going to get during the event, as well as what's in the exchange shop. We're going to go through that a little bit later, but first let's grab our sleep points. Well, that was actually our XP, not our points. But we're also going to get 3,414 sneaky snacking. We're going to get 10 honey for going to bed on time. And there's our sleep points. 100 will put us at 3,788. And then our daily lottery biscuits would be nice, especially with what's coming up. Yes, there we go. Biscuit, finally. We had like a week and a half stretch where we got a biscuit seemingly every other day. And then since then, the biscuits have been kind of lacking. But we're definitely going to need some for what's coming up. And let's get this sleep report. Maybe we'll get lucky and get snoozing. I kind of slept. I felt like I slept pretty terribly, but that usually means that tossing and turning a little bit, not really slumbering. Yeah, see? 8 hours and 56 minutes. Yikes, 12:43 is when it thinks I went to sleep. Yeah, I was in bed at 11:30, and yeah, crazy. 6% dozing, 58% snoozing, and 36% slumbering, so it does look like snoozing. Yes, there we go. Okay. So we should, if I have my calculations correct, and if I didn't, if I selected all the right things and I didn't misclick something, we should have a 50-50 shot of seeing an Eevee. With 18.5 million, we should have a pretty good chance of seeing an Eevee. Any of these could be Eevee. I think. Maybe not the 3-star. There's a Rattata. I think that's the 3-star. Yep. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, no Eevee at all. We lost the gamble. The 50-50 gamble we lost. Rattata, Pikachu, Raticate, Slowpoke, Mr. Mime, Rattata, and Growlithe. All right. What do we take home from there? Probably Pikachu might be the most helpful out of all of these. No one's hungry. Ooh. Yeah, Pikachu is the most helpful, but we're definitely not going to be spending any regular biscuits on anybody. So yeah, let's go ahead and give Pikachu the bonus biscuit, and we'll see. Nope. No critical capture, so just the 3 friendship points, and that means we're not catching anything today. But that's all right. That also means that we are burning through all this normal stuff that we do. Let's give out. Ooh. Probably. I know there's a lot of new players that have come in. Let's give out some Slowpoke candy to try to help them get some tails. And then we did get 710 research XP and 1,759 dream shards. Very nice. We do need some dream shards after the candy boost week we had. Burnt a lot of them. All right. So, no new news. Nope. No medals, but there are community reports, about 46 of them. 48. I almost said 48 and I second guessed it. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 that doubled up. Very nice. Above the 25% that we like to see. Very good. No level ups. Come on, click the back button. All right. So now we can collect the ingredients and stuff. Eevee, there we go. Ingredient magnet is very good. I didn't feed lunch or dinner yesterday just to try to save up some more ingredients, and even still, I think we're gonna have to swap out to a better team. Curlia did activate last night before bed and again today, so that's 4 skill triggers so far. Which someone in the comments did bring up a good point that this Curlia is, let's see, level 20. Yeah. Skill trigger is at level 75. So that may be why we're not seeing too many skill triggers from Curlia. So I definitely need to take that into account. Maybe with the helping bonus, it might be worthwhile to evolve it. Still haven't got around to comparing Wigglytuff to this particular Curlia if it were a Gardevoir, but I need to try to find a way to compare the two of them and their expected skill triggers. But that said, electric week? Oh, I thought these were gone. I was very confused why there was an electric icon on the mission thing. I thought those had already disappeared. Normally, I thought it was only like 3 or 4 days before they went away. Anyway, let's see about breakfast. What can we do? Anything interesting? Again, the Drought Katsu curry. It's kind of been our go-to just magically this week. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get that Drought Katsu. We're gonna throw in a bunch of random stuff. Not gonna use the leeks or the tails, but I'm fine with using pretty much anything else. Actually, let's go ahead and throw in this honey that we got. Yeah, pretty much anything else is fair game. Even corn. Just a couple of corn to round it out. And we are in desperate need of getting some ingredients to prepare for next week. Now that I know we have pretty much a fit, well, now we got an extra tasty. All right. So 18,762, trying to make up for the fact that we didn't make lunch or dinner yesterday, I guess. And that should put us, where's it at? No energy for anybody, because Curlia triggered. Oh, everybody got +1 still. Interesting. So it does put us at Ultra 4. Nice. All right. And then before we get into all the information, we do need to make one change. Ooh, we got a mission done. A dream cluster. Nice. We do need to make one change on the team before we get into everything. I want to, let's see. I want to get a better team that can start collecting us some ingredients so that we can have plenty for next week. Honestly, these two alone. Oh, no, whoops. That one. Are going to be very good on the team. Trying to think of what the most balanced team just to get a wide variety of ingredients for meals is. I think potatoes are really good for pretty much everything. Let's see, who else? We get plenty of tomatoes from Victory Bell, so we don't need Venusaur on the team. Ooh, yep. Corn, where are you at? You're gonna be really good on the team. Corn's a really good one. And then we need, oil. Probably a good thing to get some more oil, so let's go ahead and throw Toxicroak on the team. Not quite full energy, but it's all right. He should still produce plenty of oil, and then tomorrow should also give a good amount of oil. But that's the team we're gonna run with for now. We're gonna try to get some ingredients. I may switch up individual members throughout the rest of the weekend just to try to vary up the amount of, the type of ingredients that we have, so that we have plenty to start off with no matter what recipe type we get for next week. But speaking of next week, we have the information for both the events that are going to happen for week 1 and the missions. God, I cannot get my words straight. This is what happens when you record things live and you don't edit. We have the missions for week 1 and week 2. So I'm going to go through those, and then we'll get into the item exchange and what you can change the mains in for. So for week 1, for getting Snorlax to basic 2, we get 15 Raikou mains. For Ultra 1, we get 25. Ultra 4, we get 40. Ultra 4 should be pretty easy for almost anybody on green grass. Unless you are just like a brand new, just started this past week or two, you should still be able to get to Ultra 4 with a pretty decent team. So I don't suspect that anybody will have any problems with that. And that alone is going to be, what is that, 80? Yeah, that's 80 Raikou mains right there just for getting to Ultra 4. Giving out 15 biscuits is another 40 Raikou main. That's why I'm saving my biscuits, because we don't have anywhere close to 15. So, you know, if we can get some more from the lottery, that'd be great. And then we've got 7 incense, use 7 incense for 40 Raikou main. Also gonna be kind of easy, but if it may be kind of hard for some players who haven't stocked up or used a bunch of theirs in the last event that we had. And then another one that's pretty easy, stick to your bedtime 3 times for another 40 Raikou mains. So all in all, this gives out 160, 200 Raikou mains just for week 1 if you complete all of the missions. And then we've got week 2, get Snorlax to Ultra 5. This is going to be the harder week. Ultra 5 gives 15 mains, Master 2 is 25 mains, Master 5 is 40 mains, so that's another 80. And then if you use 100 candies, that's 40 Raikou mains, and then go to bed on time 3 times again for 40 Raikou mains, and then cook 12 times for 40 Raikou mains. So in terms of progression with Snorlax, this is going to be the harder week. Again, Master 5 is going to be more difficult. If you're a newer player, started in the last month, maybe 2 months, you might have a little bit of a hard time getting there. But Master 2 should be pretty easy for a lot of players. And if you can make it to Master 5, even better, that's another 40. We still don't know exactly how many mains are going to drop from sleep research, so this may or may not be a lot in terms of that. But you're still going to get a decent amount from all the other missions, so I wouldn't sweat it if this is the only one you can't get to. It's not going to be that big of a deal in the grand scheme, because as we're about to see here in a minute, all of the items are limited except for one, and even it is limited just in a way that you're probably not going to hit the cap anyway. So as far as the exchanges go, actually, hold on. We got 200 from week 1, and then from week 2, it looks like another 200. So it looks like if you complete all the missions, you get 400 mains, if I've done my quick and dirty math correctly, which means that you can only buy 2 Raikou incense at the exchange rate of 80 mains. So those 2, you should be able to get pretty easily based on the first week's missions. And then that way you got 2 Raikou incense. Remember, you can only hold 1 Raikou incense in your inventory at a time. And even putting it on the stump still counts as in your inventory. So it's not like we can stock up on these anyway. So you get your 2 Raikou incense for 80 each, which is 160. And then you've got 3 more Raikou incense that you can buy for 160 each. And I don't think you can actually buy... Yeah, no, you can't buy all 5 of them with just the mission mains. So I don't know that it's really beneficial to try to go for all 5 of the Raikou incense. It may be better if you get a pretty decent one to just not gamble as much and maybe do something that we're going to talk about here in a minute. You can also exchange 60 Raikou mains for 1 Raikou biscuit, which that's a pretty hefty exchange, and you can only buy 2 at that price. And then from there, it's 120 mains for 1 biscuit, and you can buy 4 at that price. And so it looks like, yeah, it looks like there's only 6 Raikou biscuits that you can buy. So you can only buy 5 total incense and only 6 total biscuits. So keep that in mind. Biscuits aren't going to be as easy to come by as we thought. But that said, remember that any Raikou biscuits you have left over at the end of the event exchange, I think, change automatically into great biscuits. So if you can buy more and you're happy with the Raikou you have, buying those are a cheaper way rather than spending diamonds or sleep points to get some extra great biscuits for in the future. You can then exchange 12 Raikou mains for 1 small handy candy. You can get 15 of those. You can exchange another 12 for 1 small dream cluster, also limited to 15. 350 mains is what it's going to cost to get the main skill seed. For free to play, I would prioritize that item over pretty much anything else, even above the great biscuits, or the Raikou biscuits that convert to great biscuits, because we we almost never see main skill seeds as a free player. So I think any opportunity we have to get main skill seeds, you should try to prioritize it. Do I think that you should prioritize it over getting at least one Raikou? Probably not. I think your first priority should be just to get the basic Raikou that we all get. That's going to be probably pretty decent. After that, if you can't really do much of anything else, if you're not getting good mains, I would prioritize just buying the main skill seed. We should have plenty of mains, hopefully by the end of the event, since it is 2 weeks and we get more than just what's in the event because we get some from sleep research. But that would be my priority. Just go ahead and get the main skill seed and not have to worry about it the rest of the week or the event. You can then exchange 120 mains for 1 Thunderstone. It is also a limit of 1. Thunderstone, that's actually a pretty decent one. You can get them with sleep points, so I don't know that it's a high priority because it really only applies to a couple of Pokemon in the game right now. Maybe only Jolteon in the game. Or no, Raichu as well. So yeah, it only applies to a couple Pokemon. You probably already have a good one by now, so that one's up to you on how much you want to prioritize it. You can then exchange 2 mains for 1 candy, and there's a maximum of 100 that you can buy that way. And then you can exchange 6 mains for 1 Raikou candy, and that is essentially unlimited. It's a max of 999, but most people probably won't hit that. I'm sure somebody will, but most of us probably won't. And then 70 mains. Oh, there is one more Raikou incense. So you can buy this incense for 70 mains. So there's 6 total, and then 50 mains for 1 Raikou biscuit, and there's a max of 2. So 8 biscuits total and 6 incense total. Honestly, yeah. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad idea to buy some of those biscuits, especially at the cheaper prices if you can. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. I think that's gonna be my play, is just getting the first one, catching it quickly, then trying to get that main skill seed as quickly as possible, and then using my mains to buy biscuits, incense, Thunderstone probably, just because it is something I don't want to have to spend sleep points on later. And then handy candies probably even better, depending on how good the Raikou we get. Maybe some Raikou candies to help power it up, but honestly, once you get past the 100, oh yeah, this is interesting. Once you buy the 100 Raikou candy for 2 mains each, you actually get a better benefit from buying the handy candies, which you can only get 15, versus buying Raikou candy for 6 mains each. Because the handy candies give you 3, versus just 1 candy for 6, you get 3 candies for 12. So you're essentially buy 2, get 1 free at that point. So buying the handy candy, if you're going to use it on Raikou, it's better to buy the handy candy for that once you get past your initial 100 from the 2 mains per candy. Other than that, it seems like a pretty solid event exchange. Thunderstone is pretty good. I think the Dream Cluster, probably the lowest priority for me, but everything else on there is pretty solid. You know, you've got plenty, most likely you have plenty of incense that you probably won't buy them all. The biscuits, try to buy them all just so they convert to great biscuits. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty stacked. I think we have a pretty solid plan of what to do. Hopefully this information has helped you to formulate a plan of how you're going to tackle all of this. Keep in mind, the missions are split across 2 weeks, so we're gonna get 400 free mains from there, and who knows how many we're gonna get from sleep research. So take that information, formulate a plan that'll work best for you, and hopefully we'll all have a fantastic Raikou event. I almost said week, but it's 2 weeks. It's weird. A Raikou event. Wow. Yeah, hopefully we'll all have a fantastic Raikou event. I think we will, given all the information that we have. We all have a pretty solid strategy, and something that was also pointed out in the comments is that on Sunday night, go ahead and swap to a full electric berry team as best you can. It doesn't matter who's on the team because that first night's research will be from Sunday anyway. But when you roll into Monday morning, you should have a pretty healthy jump start on the week if you have a full team of electric berry gatherers, or as many as you can. You may even not want to do electric if you have a really good Gengar or something that's just bringing in a ton of berries. That will also help. But Greppas especially, because we know that Greppa is going to be a favorite. We just don't know about the other two. You may get lucky and, you know, Bluckberry will be a favorite for you. Who knows? But that is a solid strategy as well, to change out on Sunday night, change out for as many Greppa Berry specialists as you can. And other than that, I think we have covered everything that I wanted to cover today, and that is all I've got. So thank you for watching the video. Have a wonderful day, and until I see you next time, later, dudes.